everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I am guest designing for Peartree Cut Files using one of their cut files from their August release, which is the really cute ice cream cart. So I have cut it in white cardstock and I'm going to backfill in lots of lovely different colours. So I'm starting off, I'm using, rather than cutting all the layers and bits on my silhouette machine, I decided that I was just going to backfill manually. So I'm using a pencil and a pair of scissors. So real old school stuff, right? I wanted to use the really bright summery colours. It's ice cream, so I wanted kind of, pinks and oranges and, real ice cream colours. But I was running a bit short. I'm waiting for a new kit to arrive and with lots of summery colours in, and I'm a bit short on the previous one. So I'm just going through and using up all my scraps really, of all the bits that I've got. So I say going manual, using a pencil and a pair of scissors to cut out each individual piece. So this cut file is quite intricate, it's quite detailed, so I have spent quite a lot of time backfilling in all the different colours. So I hope I do turn off the camera in a minute and we'll skip forward to once it's been backfilled. So I just had to be quite careful with what I was, what colours or what. I had to make sure that everything on my layout kind of on the ice cream cart made sense. So I didn't want to have big bold stripes behind certain points, so some were one colour and some were another colour. So I just had to be kind of careful. My wheels, I really possibly should have done them differently to what I did them, so that you could see through the spokes, but I didn't really want to see through the spokes because then you would see the things on the background of my layout, because I like my embellishments like this. So this big element here, the ice cream cart, I wanted it to be one piece I can move around. I didn't want it to have too many gaps so you could see things through them, because then you see the layers behind. So I was determined not to be able to see through the wheels. So I've backfilled the spokes in white, and then I've put the yellow around those. Okay, so I have skipped forward, thank goodness, because it's really boring watching somebody backfill a cut file for ages. But you've got the idea of what I was doing. So literally manual pencil and scissors to draw around each piece and back. So I've got the balloon in orange, I've got the ice creams in a kind of orangey, yellowy, pinky colour. I've got the roof is various different colours. The awning on the ice cream cart is really cute, lots of little candy stripes, and then the ice creams are all different colours as well. The wheels are, as I was explaining earlier, and did I say the balloon's orange? And now I'm kind of creating a background for my ice cream cart to sit on. I've got my photo printed already. I've done like a sweeping hill, if you like. It's not really a hill, but a path in a subtle kind of cream and pink dot, and then I want to put a path on there leading up to the ice cream cart. So I've just hand drawn that on using my my pencil, and then I'm gonna cut that out of another piece in a pinky colour, so it's kind of like a contrasting colour. It's almost like a corally pink, and then I had to trim it down a bit to make it fit properly. And my pencil lines weren't exactly the same, so I just had to rub those out. And then I'm going to stitch around those. So I've already done the holes for the big path, and then the little path I'm just going to stick in place and then stick some holes in with my paper piercing tool and a foam mat. And then I can... there we go, it looks like it's leading up towards where the ice cream cart will sit. So that's quite cute, gives a bit of perspective to the layout. So I'm just adding some holes, stitching holes now, and then I'm going to stitch through all of that using a pink thread to give it some extra definition. And it always, I think stitching on a layout always looks really cute. If you've got the time to do it, it's definitely worthwhile taking the time, because it is lovely. It looks lovely anyway. So now I am punching out a few clouds for my background. So I'm just going to add those. Literally, it's a cloud punch. I use it all the time. Just punching it out of white cardstock, and I'm just going to position some clouds onto the background. The light that I'm using right now is quite bright, so you can't see them too well against the background there, but they are there, I promise. There's quite a few of them, and they're just, I'm just going to stick them in place, and they're going to be in the background of my layout. Okay, so here I am with my stitching. I found some thread that matches the path pretty well, so I'm just going to start stitching in a moment. I'm just getting my clouds stuck in place so I don't forget where I had put them, because obviously when I pick up the layout they're all going to fall off. Just getting those in place there, and then I can move the ice cream cart off and move off my photo, and then I can start my stitching. So I'm just using embroidery thread, and I've kept it the 6 strands. I like my stitching to look quite chunky. I used to always split it down into 2 or 3 strands like a true cross stitcher would, because that's what I used to do when I was a bit younger. It just doesn't look as good. So the chunky stitching looks way better. It just gives it more, I don't know, it just gives it more definition, I suppose, and it looks like it's supposed to be there. Whereas the thinner threads don't look as good. I think the thinner threads you need on a cross stitch because it's a much smaller canvas, whereas this is a much bigger design. So yeah, there you go. My stitching is complete. My clouds are in place. I've just trimmed off the edges, and then I can stick that onto the yellow and white polka dot paper that's going to be the frame around this layout. I wanted a bright, happy yellow so that it was like really bright and happy summery layout, because this photo is of ice cream. The ice cream cart, of course, is lovely bright colours, so I just wanted it to be summery, and to look lovely. So the bright yellow background really adds to it, so that's being stuck down now. There you go, my ice cream cart can go back on, plus my photo, so I'm pretty happy with where they are sitting. And I'm just going to get those stuck in place. So there we go, that's stuck down now. I've got some little fussy cut flowers down on the left. I'm just adding a rainbow up in the cloud. There's also another little ice cream cart. Now I can't remember where it was from. I think it might be from, I don't know if it's Dear Lizzie or if it's Amy Tan, but it's a little ice cream. It might even be Let's Wander, I'm not sure, can't remember, but anyway, it's a little ice cream bicycle with a umbrella on top, so that went quite well. I probably won't use that on anything else, so it was good to use it on this layout. And then inside the ice cream cart there's lots of ice creams, and then I've added to that with a couple of pieces from a sticker sheet. So I've got 2 ice creams from the Dear Lizzie Here and Now sticker sheet, and then I have the weirdest ice cream ever. If you have the Let's Wander ephemera by Vicky Boutin, in there is a fish with its mouth open and ice cream coming out of it. I assume that the fish is a fish-shaped ice cream cone rather than an actual fish, because I hope no fish were harmed in the making of this ephemera. It just is the most bizarre thing ever. I really wish I could enter designers' minds sometimes when they come up with these things. I just don't know where that would have ever come from. What kind of brain must you have to come up with something like that? But anyway, it's an ice cream, so I've put it in my ice cream cart. I have mostly hidden the fish though, so you can really just see the ice cream coming out of a shaped ice cream cone, rather than the fact that it's actually a fish and the ice cream's coming out of its mouth. It's so weird. It's so weird. Vicky Boutin, if you're listening to this, what were you thinking? Anyway, so that's what I've done there. I've added some ice creams into my ice cream cart, and I've got some flowers down by the left wheel and a little budgie. I've added a bow, an Amy Tangerine bow to the ice creams at the top of the cart. I've added a sticker in navy that says Summer Vibes. And now I'm just adding in my title. So this layout again is pretty busy. I need to make sure I don't overdo things with the embellishments, because I have the big ice cream cart as my main feature. So I just need to make sure that I don't go crazy. And then I've added my title, which says Scream for Ice Cream. And now I decided that I was going to add some stitching to my clouds, but I didn't have time to do that at the time, so I took this layout away on holiday with me and finished it off there. So I've done all of my stitching around the clouds now, and I'm just now finishing off. I added a Bramble Fox sun perspective at the top with the rainbow, and I'm just now coming in with some gold thread, which I'd forgotten to add as well. I've added some cute little enamel dots to the middle of my wheels on the ice cream cart too. Yeah, and that's pretty much me done. I just needed to add it in my journaling as well. So I just took this layout on holiday with me to finish off because I knew I wanted to do some stitching around the clouds, and it just needed a couple of minutes to finish off. Yeah, so that is this layout complete. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed this layout. I really enjoyed making it. I love this ice cream cut file. It's so cute, and was perfect for an ice cream photo of my daughter. Okay, thank you so very much for joining me. Don't forget to check out Peartree Cut Files. They have some awesome cut files in their August release. Thank you so much. That was Nikki Rowland for Peartree Cut Files.